For 40 years, Billy Reed molded the future of Major League Baseball. Under his watch, the likes of Dwight Gooden, Gary Sheffield, and Carl Everett. But even with that success, a now 72-year-old Humble Reed doesn't like to sound his horn. Fortunately, others do.
He's probably my favorite coach of all time, including Major League coaches.
Coach Reed is my hero.
Outside of my father, he was definitely my best coach.
Like I told him, I could always appreciate him being as another father.
26 years of Reed's coaching career came at Hillsborough High School.
Let's go, hustle up, hustle up.
But it was as a fixture at Belmont Heights Little League that he groomed nearly every black player to come through Tampa.
Way to back him up, Moses.
But in talking to his players, you quickly learned that baseball wasn't the only thing Billy Reed was coaching.
He always made you bring your report card. That was number one. Even when we played in Little League, we had to bring our report card to him.
You bring them cards in every week. Because my thing was, you was a student first, and then you was the athlete second.
One guy, Floyd Youmans, who went on to play Major League Ball, he ended up cutting him off the team because he was missing practice, and that says a lot about him as a coach, and not only as a coach but as a person to do that.
The baseball stadium at Hillsborough High School now proudly adorns the name Billy Reed. And Coach Reed, well, he's equally proud. Proud not only of his players who went on to have success in the game of baseball, but also those who've had success in the game of life.
He coached Dwight, he coached Gary. See, they don't talk about all the lawyers that I have downtown. Not I have, but played for me. A judge, guys working the probation system, guys teaching. All professions.
All of Coach Reed's ex-ball players are his closer guys. He may relate to me for one particular situation and relate to others on something else. He treat all of his ball players the same way.
If I need some help, I can always, go around and talk to the guys, the lawyers and doctors and something like that. But these guys, baseball players, they get 50 years old. There's nothing they can do. You always use some legal help or, medical help.
Perhaps the reason Coach Reed treated everyone equally is because he knew everyone wouldn't make it, and not everyone did.
Some incarcerated, some got in trouble, some didn't go to school, some quit school. They didn't have that desire that Gary and Dwight and Carl and Lovelace and all those guys, they really wanted it that bad.
And now, 40 years later, while everyone is giving their thanks to Billy Reed, Coach Reed is giving thanks of his own, especially to the game of baseball.
It opened a lot of avenues for me, a lot of friends, and I met a lot of good people. I say it was my salvation. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't been playing involved with baseball.
And who knows where baseball would be without Coach Billy Reed. In Tampa, Chris Garrido, WB38 Sports.